We have been feeding our body since yesterday. We just done another version of practice, but the idea is the same. And also this applies to how we approach our life as well. So multi-dimensional practice called Cho. So I was started talking about multi-dimensionality of Cho practice. Quite a flexibility here. So I thought maybe it's nice to go one version of the Cho practice, which I learned through transmission. I thought that I would share. Yesterday afternoon session, I spontaneously guided ourselves to the Tonren practice of the 6 lamps. Yeah, we went through each 6 lamps, kind of externally or in appearance. Externally, you imagine, or actually, it's very real to me. People, living beings who live in the hell realm right now, this moment. It's easy to imagine. Then this version I wanted to share is that to the 6 realms, which is the, you can say the world which are projected by our habitual patterns. So we live in the 6 realms, you can say. Each of us live in the 6 realms. Even one day we live kind of going through all the 6 realms, up and down and up and down. You know what I mean? I think I talked a little bit about this kind of thing when I was doing the Ramrim teaching on the 6 ram. Lots of people skip the 6 rams in the West. They don't exist, or that's kind of myth, or how can you prove it, and this and that. But I thought the more beneficial way to really learn and integrate the 6 ram is to consider we live in the 6 rams. So the part of ourself which is operated by our habitual patterns. For example, this is a very mundane example. When we wake up, what's the first thought? I mean, maybe not you guys, but sometimes me or other people. Where's my tea? Where's my coffee? Already craving and grasping. Where's my coffee? I need that. So that's already, you can say, the hungry ghost realm. I'm already living in hungry ghost. Okay, now my coffee got the food. Then go to the refrigerator. Where's the milk? I have to have a milk for my coffee. Then look at last sip of the milk. It's gone. Where's the milk? I purposely left yesterday in the refrigerator. Then my roommate finished the milk. Oh my gosh. Then anger. Complete anger where I'm just in hell realms. I cannot believe this. Then stamp off. Then go to the stores. Just going stores and whatever, driven by my own instinct, and try to avoid the discomfort. And this is not good. This is good. Or this moving here and there, or the shop by shop, or the shelf by shelf, going searching. No, that's animal realm. I'm already living in the animal realm. Then what is it? No, I want this. Human love. Still, this desire, grasping. I want this. Kind of preference. I prefer this. I don't prefer this. So I'm gonna avoid. Or if you meet somebody at the stores, I don't want to have a conversation. Try to avoid, because I don't prefer to talking to. Then if you see the kind of nice friend and I want to talk, then go there. Just so this human driven by desire, preference. Then let's say, ping, I got the text from my friend, my colleague, let's say in the companies or something, or my Dharma friend. Then she got some good news. My colleague got the promotions. She informed me. Then I feel kind of weird thinking. I mean, it said, oh, great, good for you, kind of thing. But then internally, I feel jealous. Why her? Kind of jealousy, competitive feeling. That's a Titan realm. I'm already living in a Titan realm. Then 1 hour after, I got the message, ping, another one. Then my boss said, I promoted you on the head of the department. So I'm completely like a feeling sense of superiority. Oh, I'm everything. This is my dream job. I got this, then kind of rest of that, like all inferior failures. Like that. Then again, come back home and the same thing repeating. So these reactive patterns operated by or governed by these reactive patterns. That is called the 6 realms. So this practice is trying to empty the 6 realms through practice of pe, cutting through. And also one addition is, of course, we do pe, which is involved the subtle body. So we have this chakra, and starting with the soles of the feet. Cho practice, we use the soles of the feet. We imagine 2 consciousness on each soles of the feet, and 1 each. I think many of you receive Cho empowerment, right? Then when we say the pe, first imagine your consciousness is on the bottom of the feet. First pe coming to the secret chakra and the join. Anyway, so this one is emptying the 6 realm. Then they start with the soles of the feet, and we connect our own hell realms. First pe, we connect on hell realms. Then stay present. This is a kind of practice about staying present with anga, these habitual patterns. First, soles of feet. Then second is the secret chakra. That is the greed and neediness. Neediness comes from the greed. So neediness is a characteristic, striving for trying to get it. So that is a hungry ghost realm. Then lower belly is the animal realm, operated by instinct. Then try to avoid discomfort, moving here and there. Then heart, as you can imagine, this is a human realm. We're gonna empty the human realm. In other words, we are trying to empty the samsara. Samsara consists of those 6 realms, 6 reactive chains, reactive patterns. Then throat center is the Titan realm, operated by jealousy and competitiveness, comparison, achievement. Then last one is the crown of the head. That is, you can imagine, the God realm. God realm is also the samsara, samsaric realm. So God realm is operated by pride, sense of superiority, trying to maintain this superior position, state. Okay, those 6 realms. The reason I want to do this is, I don't know about you, it's easy to do on others or the external feeling, compassion, and tonden on that. Using a pe is a very good way to cut through. Pe, then stay in that moment, freshness and present.
So I'm just wondering, when we're aware of experiencing those hell realms, can we do a pair to cut through that in our everyday life, just as a reminder and just to change things?
Yeah, that's also
use it like that.
Good way. Yeah.
Okay.
Pe has many functions. One of the functions is to cut through conceptualities. So oftentimes those emotional reaction patterns come up, right? That's the thing. That's the kind of definitions of the human being. Doa means going here and there. So, but then conceptuality around that, or storyline around that, or judgment around that, that's caused the suffering. That's a tangled. We are kind of trapped by those extra things around it. Then say pe, cut through those conceptuality, then just rest in that energy, just as it is. So that's the practice. Yeah, simply you can do that like that in daily life. But this one is a little more organized. But you can pick any part of it, like those six. Maybe some people have a very strong tendency. I don't know, jealousy or pride, or depends on you. All of us have that, just as I mentioned, as mundane as that, like that. But believe me, I'm sure you have some experience. Maybe different degree, not to that extreme, but still, if you be honest and look into your mind, you have something like that. I do. So in other words, as long as we have this reactive patterns, then we don't pay attention. Then everything is automatic. And we cannot really cut through, so to speak. Patterns are in place. We cycle from the realm to realm. In other words, we stay in samsara, same old, same old. Even we try to practice those sublime practice of this or advanced practice of completion stage or whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as this one we don't really pay attention, still suffer. So I thought we're gonna empty the six realms. In other words, disengage from reactive patterns. And also, not only from the reactive patterns, but from the characteristics, striving of reaching those realms, those things around that reactive change, reactive patterns. We use body, so we use entirety of our beings. Just kind of relax and nice posture, be helpful. Actually, very important, but it's traditionally start with refuge, bodhicitta, which means why we doing this. But we just practice cho practice. It tells very clearly why doing cho practice, why we doing this, why we ejecting consciousness, the merge into the Great Mother or Dharmakaya. Why? Bodhicitta, no? Attain Dharmakaya, then arise as a Nirmanakaya to benefit all beings. You can say two purposes, self and others. Without attaining or without merging your mind with Dharmakaya, you cannot protect or benefit others in a genuine way. That's why we eject. We have to have that intention in order to do anything, not only to practice, but poor practice, these advanced practice using central channel. We have to have that intention. We use that intention. Otherwise, we cannot shoot consciousness. We use a kind of intention to really I want to do this, benefit all beings. Then also beforehand, we ask for blessing. So from the awakened side, the human kind of going this direction, helping to come, inviting. I want you to feel that invitation coming from the awakened. Child, come to me. I will assist you. I will help you. Come to me. That sort of feeling, invitation. At the same time, I will go. I will merge. I will become one with you. Help me from both directions. In other words, from sacred to human self, and also human self to the sacred.